So, previously on Dragon Tales, what did you guys do?
Took out 3 wayfowls.
Yeah, wayfowls.
If you didn't watch the recap video, that was 3 hours long, 2 hours long.
Yeah, so you guys did a little recon, found a really big dragon with scary eyes, found, you're pretty sure you found a way, something that would be equivalent to a fairy ring nearby, but basically in a dragon's backyard, and one thing I did not specify clearly and I should have, there are no like, this begins dragon country, like signs, there's no clear border. It's like, the area where he's pretty sure that this fairy ring is in an area that, you know, this dragon could come out and basically in his own right and in his own mind say, get off my lawn, you kids.
Yeah.
But
playing with the drone.
basically you felt his eyes, you knew that he was aware of you, you've done enough research into dragons to know that that is bad juju. And dragon lairs are not to be messed with. So you kind of fell back. You experimented with the ways. Found out that the things in the ways are nasty. And flying does not necessarily make that safe. You polished a lot of armor. And threw javelins.
Damn, they're having a good time up there.
And threw javelins into the sun.
And back at me.
Oh, you also found a spell combination.
Oh yeah.
That yeah, it's pretty nasty. Yeah. By the way, anything that was on that side of your body, like depending on what angle, like if you were like this, if he's the explosion. And you did this side of your face is now 2 shades paler than this side. Like you have an uneven tan from these things. In the middle of that combat, when you were fighting these massive basketball-headed human teeth lizard birds, you had the sudden like little speaking in the back of your head, hey, the thing we're looking for, didn't we find one? Didn't I mark it more or less
heavy
exact?
hankering for mushrooms.
Yeah. Don't I remember exactly where it is? Oh yeah. Hey, someone threw a javelin. Oh!
That was me.
And then it transferred to your hand. You just. But you were able to take care of the wayfowls. Yeah, that's about where we left off, isn't it? So you got back to your tower. There's a messenger from your beloved employer, waiting to take a message back from the message he just left you.
A messenger from
Yeah.
Messenger's waiting.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we're strutting forward.
Venturers, I have been poisoned. My staff report attacks on other noble homes. I demand you aid. Be prepared for Fae, Sir Nathaniel. Be prepared for Fae.
Yeah.
The Feywild.
Just Fae.
Fae are like
Creatures.
Yeah.
Sprites, pixies,
Yeah.
fairies, satyrs, that sort of thing.
Okay.
Perfect time to feel them out. Figure out what the hell's going on.
We go see him?
Do we have like a?
Does he want us to go see him?
Oh, you have like the remove
He's just-
poison thing, right?
He was just like warning us. He wasn't saying, "Come help me."
I demand you aid.
I demand your aid.
For what? I've been poisoned. Cool. You didn't tell me what you wanted.
My staff report attacks on other noble houses. He demands our aid in dealing with this.
You would know that this is him calling you to the castle.
Yeah.
So our little mission is on hold.
I mean,
This is
we are dealing with the Fae in my mission, or
Okay.
in the mission, yeah, to go to that, to do what my
We were handling your personal stuff, so
yeah
we
my
wanted
bitch
to-
shit.
Yeah. Yes, lesser restoration. Yeah.
So he can fix the poison.
Yep.
Cool. That's what we need to do.
Okay, so we're putting you on standby.
Possibly.
Well, it has to do with the Fae, which is where we would be going.
So,
This has something to do with it.
okay, Giraffield. Sounds good.
Will sirs be accompanying me?
Yes.
Very good, sir. My about face, forward march. He's just going.
I broom it.
No, we know where he lives. We know where, like,
I know.
we know his castle.
He fully expects you to follow him in like regal style.
Yeah, no. Me and Giraffield, we're like,
We'll be
broom
sure.
it.
No, we're like, fucking sure Nathaniel is poisoned. He's the one that's gonna fix it. We gotta get there.
Temper like picks up the page as he goes and is just lifting him like Simba as he flies. You know, Superman style. You just hear this coming from behind you.
Were you taking anything with us?
Wherever we had on us. Which is
I saw-
usually a lot.
I still have a hole.
Yeah. By the way, how are you guys doing on HP and spells and such?
Aren't we?
Oh,
we haven't
fuck!
rested.
We'll be there tomorrow.
Well, no, we can go help him and then just be like,
I am fine.
we can protect.
I just
good.
erased whatever mine was. Because it's been a week and a half, so, you know, I should be back to full health.
I got exploded.
I have negative.
I was down to
9.
like 43, I think.
You have -9 health?
No,
From
I
max.
mean like from 50.
Oh.
Yeah, from 50. So.
I'm like,
Yeah,
you're
I'm-
kinda dead.
I'm in the grave.
Yeah. He thinks he's using his broom. It's actually just his ghostly form, like hanging out with the broom.
It's his echo.
My echoes.
Yeah, you will now be played by your echo.
Fuck.
Don't
Who
get
is out?
hit.
Yeah, ever.
I'm sorry, a bug hit you in the face. I'm afraid to
While you were
say
flying.
It was a big bug!
a Hercules beetle to the face.
That would do it.
So, if someone rolls to attack my echo and it hits a 17 AC, and it rolls, and they roll a 1, do they still technically kill my echo? Because they rolled a 1?
Yes, 1 hit point is what kills it.
Yep.
So as long as they hit,
The only way, here's the thing. You do a 1 point of damage minimum. If you have you're using your fist and you have a -1 strength, you still do 1 point of damage. You don't do 0.
I asked because when you roll a 17 and my AC is 17, you technically miss.
Oh yeah.
So if
then
you
you
roll
wouldn't even-
a 1,
then you wouldn't even roll damage.
Yeah.
You missed.
No, the attacks go to the defender, so if you roll a 17, so that would miss.
Yeah, ties go to the defender. So,
What am I saying?
attacks.
Attacks.
Attacks always go to the defender. This game just got a lot more boring, guys. Ting, I'm defending. Oh, I guess I don't do damage. Ting, I'm also defending. Ah, who could have foreseen this? Alright, you guys book it. The page is about 5 shades lighter than he was before, just white-faced and just hoarse because he's been screaming the whole way. One of the guards, as you guys understand that propriety states that you have to like go to the gate and be like seen in. So you guys stop at the gate, and the guard, upon seeing the page, goes, "Kenneth, are you alright?" I
he's fine.
The heroes are here. I'm gonna go lay down. And he kind of, like, on all fours, starts crawling.
I think we should take the day off.
The guard's like, "Yes, please, adventurers, come in. Our liege is severely ill."
Move faster.
So he takes you guys in. You actually roll perception.
That did not bounce at all.
I failed to see your problem.
You're too busy laughing at the guy crawling away.
Yes.
And it's like, yeah, and then you're like, kind of keeping track of like where you're going and that sort of thing. So you don't really pay attention to what's going on.
11.
Okay.
16.
Okay. You, Giraffield, you recognize that this place is a little less tidy than it was before.
I rolled a 0.
You went through a lot of work.
No!
I have a -1 to my perception, so I rolled a 1. I rolled a 0.
You were temporarily blind. You suddenly remembered the explosion. I was like, oh right.
No, he was.
Oh yeah.
Laughing
Your,
at the mic.
your tiny little lizard eyes are just like. You
Dust cloud.
see signs of very tiny graffiti. Now,
Like,
Be careful when you read it.
Graffiti or carvings?
so, like you're passing a portrait of one of the dwarven lords of such and such place at such and such a time, lord of whatever. He's got a white chin drawn in chalk over the drawing. So it's like the dwarven equivalent of giving someone like a French mustache. Because you're like, oh look, he's shaved.
Interesting.
There are tiny little cuts in big tapestries so that like you can tell any sort of stiff wind, there's just barely a thread hanging, it'll like fall on someone.
Interesting.
You're seeing just signs of graffiti and mischief in these tiny little proportions. Whatever knives are being used are like that big. Whatever chalk sizes are being used, the strokes that indicate, the squiggle lines are so tiny, it's like someone did it with a mechanical pencil.
Okay.
But it's like chalk.
Little fairies fucking around in here.
You notice also that one or two of the servants have kind of a green pallor to their face, like they're not feeling well. One of them isn't speaking
I
at
got
all.
a prankster fairy? Is that
That's
it?
what Fae are.
Their idea of a good joke could be strangling you to see how purple you get before you pass out.
Fair enough. I do the same thing sometimes.
With consent, I hope.
Well,
Nasty! Hey, we're two consenting adults and all that jazz.
I wasn't thinking like that.
there was a safe word, I promise.
Pineapple.
Except you couldn't say it because he was.
Hey, there's a hole in every plan, okay?
That's my word.
Oh, sorry, the actual word is 4 syllables, that was only 3. So, yeah, you guys go in,
Was that supposed to be the fourth one, or you're trying to say it again?
you guys go to a room you've never been in. Typically you go to his study where he sits all, imposing and smokes a pipe and has a brandy and is reading a book at the same time. You actually get taken to his bed chambers. And he's got the massive 4-poster bed with the poles coming out of the corners, with the curtains lined up. He's got the big kind of pillowy, decorations on all the corners. It looks like he can actually wrap his entire bed in curtains so no one can see in or out. Everything has a nice filigree, like golden or silver lace or gilding to it. So, if it's wood with gold trim. That sort of thing. It's just opulent to the extreme. He's laying down in bed. He is white as a sheet. And the only thing that makes you think he's not dead is the rasping breath. Just.
Sure.
It's not
COVID.
Yeah, everyone comes in with masks on. Sir, can I have to ask you to quarantine? Is this like gonna be pleasant for anyone? By the way, guys, we got a quarantine too, so we gotta spend 2 weeks in our tower. We can't help anyone. Anyway,
I tell everyone to leave. Leave us.
the servants obey.
They obey or disobey?
The servants obey.
Oh, sweet! I
You
wasn't
guys are
expecting
alone with
that.
Sir Nathaniel. Like they seem a little like hesitant to get near him.
Cool.
So they will gladly leave the room.
His eyes have seen you. It doesn't look like he's able to really speak.
That's what you deserve.
Sorry, I couldn't save him. Yeah.
Don't
kingdom.
Don't you look like shit?
Yeah, I need you to sign this paper right here.
Someone grab his hand. Just you know, it's like you just grab his hand and make him sign.
So, we have a poison spell here, gentlemen.
We're gonna try it.
Tempers will give you guys.
Work.
What is the play, gentlemen?
Well, he is our
Let him
employer.
die.
He is our employer, so it's our duty.
You're not really gonna just let him heal him like that, right?
Who's that? Who's this?
Fuck off.
Oh, mother!
Ah, come on, you can't take the easy route. I mean, come on. Look at him!
We can fuck with them afterward.
Yeah, but we messed with him now. Okay, so I didn't mess with him, but it's still good. Even if it's an enemy, is it gonna work?
A little too far. A little too far.
Oh, he's not gonna die. He's a dwarf. He's good at that.
The whole living after ingesting poison thing.
Okay, you guys can tell Temper while I'm fucking sitting there arguing with the air.
Yes.
Yeah, he's
I
having a
already-
one-sided conversation.
I had already told Temper.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what is?
I'm
So he's talking.
persuading him
He's
to
talking
be
inside
distracted.
his head right now.
Yeah.
Basically.
And then I'm all like, yeah. Well, if we're gonna use our employer, it's the best. It's all the least we can do.
Yeah.
He is, you know, and
Temper walks.
without him, we don't have a tower.
While you're talking him into accept, roll persuasion actually. And yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah. 24.
Okay.
I just hope you know.
You have to promise to really mess with him. Like,
Oh, I was gonna do something immediately.
yeah. Well, no, that's the thing. It's like you better.
You better have something really good to allow this. Because, you know,
Even if he was an enemy, this was good work.
so, you come up with something better, and there won't be consequences. Exactly.
Okay.
Meanwhile,
I already have something planned. So with my magic or my wands of magic missile, I'm gonna shoot all the things on his bed thing so that like basically as soon as he wakes up and he like starts to move around, it's just gonna go.
you hear a little voice in your head saying, "That's not."
That's not how the magic works. But I like your gusto, so just this once.
And you hear a little click from the wands as if something just unlocked. Because you can't target an object with magic missile.
You target a person.
Yes. However, because it's funny, he's breaking the rules of magic and allowing you to do this.
Breaking the rules.
Meanwhile, Temper's gone up to the dwarf, unceremoniously uncovered him. And he's wearing like, you know, the silk night dress and a little hat with the little palm, you know, on it. And he's just glaring up at Temper. You will feel some slight pressure. He's gonna see his hand form like, you know, palm. Here.
Needle.
Palm out. And his arm circles in a 207-degree spin, just building up as much momentum as it can. Wham! Onto his chest. And the dwarf is just. Temper then pulls his hand over to the guy's mouth, cups over his nose and mouth, slams him again with the left hand, and when he pulls his hand away, you see this green muck covering Temper's right hand.
Ew.
Come expelled out from the mouth. He's already like beat red because of what just happened, but as he starts getting his breath again,
His color comes
excuse me, yes, his color starts coming back, and he starts, "How dare you! I am all to be treated this way! Oh,
You're welcome.
I feel better. Ah, well, it's good that you're
Dire
good for
straits
something.
come for dire measures.
Yeah, it's a good thing that you're good for something.
So, why
Were you gonna do something?
I was gonna wait for him to like start getting up.
Yeah. So he's sitting up. He's like feeling himself out, and I'm assuming that the moment that you're waiting for is when he like basically is like good. Glad that you're good for something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So from behind Giraffield's back, you just see these. How many magic missiles? Are you using the whole thing?
I'm gonna use like 4 to 6. Like
Okay.
4 edges.
Yeah, so you see about half a dozen of these just white pill-shaped projectiles going curving parameters just around the room and end up popping into the connecting rods of all of his bed sheets, causing them to basically fall in on him. Look for something!
Time to leave.
And he's just,
Servants, get in here. He's fine now.
I'm Nathaniel.
We turn around, we're like leaving as he's all like,
I'm gonna wait for him to ask us what he needs.
You're like, yep, see you later, sucker! And then you realize no one else
I'm
is leaving.
fuck. I'm not being part of this.
Invisibility.
You're just sitting in the corner of the room.
Oh, like just sitting quietly invisible.
I'm gonna pretend to be Hawkeye right now. I'm just gonna go to the corner of the room and sit there.
Just stare at everyone.
Yeah.
Have a plan to kill every person in the room.
So it's just Giraffield and Tepper left.
Yeah, Tepper's standing there like, Tepper's got like half a sheet or one of these curtains like
Yeah.
just draped over him. He's just nonplussed looking. He's like, are you satisfied with your care?
The opposite of Baymax.
Yeah, all exoskeleton, no cushion.
Yeah.
Sir Nathaniel's like, no, I'm not satisfied that I'm alive, and that's the next best thing. There's always things happening. Finally, listen, we have an infestation. No matter how many times I say I don't believe in fairies, they keep coming back. So,
Sounds like you should say.
I go right up to his ear while I'm invisible.
yeah.
Fairies.
He's swinging. Kill it! It's just.
I go to talk to mine. I'm like, we should get him a fairy. Like, I feel like you would enjoy him. Someone would enjoy that.
Oh, I am so on it. Hey, you! Guess what? You're going to the human lands. Yeah, pack your stuff. Come on.
You just hear him like talking to someone else.
Yeah.
Make a perception check.
That's a good one. 20.
You hear a response that sparks something in your brain that something's not right.
With my fairy?
Something's iffy about this response. They say, yes, my liege.
Oh, fuck.
Who says that?
Great.
Someone off camera. So think of it's like a microphone. He's talking to someone via radio.
Oh,
And
I'm
someone-
not hearing this.
Yeah, correct.
Okay, never mind. No, I'm not
Yeah.
asking questions.
Do you remember what position your patron supposedly held?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, something weird.
Why? What was he before?
He was the
Jester.
jester.
In
And
the
now they just
ceiling
call
for-
him Liege.
She's going up.
How?
Do you remember his name?
Is it written down?
Starts with an O.
Octavius.
I might have it written down somewhere.
Anyway,
I gotta look.
I really wish they had left the planes in there. So yeah, So yeah, he's saying, listen, but
O'Malley the alley cat?
no, Oberon.
Oberon?
The Sir Nathaniel basically informs you guys that most of the higher-ups in the city have been attacked one way or another, poisoned, trapped, tricked into falling down stairs, poisonous berries in their salads, that sort of thing. Very indirect, very cowardly attempts on their lives. This is now a state emergency because if someone is attacking the nobles, that means that they're going at the government of the city. So he needs you to figure out what's going on and give some proof that they've been taken care of. Now he's giving you leeway because you guys get results.
Undignified results, but results.
Yeah, I mean, but you guys have taken down a force like 10 times your size by yourselves. So he's willing to give you guys leeway and the benefit of the doubt, but he wants some proof
I'm all like,
That we're doing something?
that you've done something.
Oh.
It's like
so,
fairy bodies or something like that.
what's the words I'm looking for?
Mr. Invisible Man.
Yes. So, we typically take care of you, and you expect us to take care of everyone?
But in this case, particularly me. I'm calling it a state of emergency because everyone's gonna get tagged. They can deal with it themselves.
Ah, fair enough.
By the way, where'd the scrawny sailor one go?
I'm talking to him right here.
Ah, I wish you wouldn't do that. He reaches. So I'm gonna give you a reaction to this. He reaches for the pitcher of water next to his bed frame. Like he's reaching suddenly, and he's got his eyes on where your voice is coming from.
I freaking. Oh, what should I do? This is so good. There's so many ways I go about it. I go right underneath him,
Okay.
and I'm gonna sit. If he tries to splash it,
Yeah, that's what he's intending. He's trying to splash with water.
I'm gonna smack it so it pitches it, spins it around. So he's trying to do
He's
this.
trying to do that.
I'm gonna smack it. So he goes, what?
Back on him. Roll a dexterity save.
Oh.
Saving throw.
Where's my,
Primed and ready, sir.
Nope, fail.
Prepared to throw myself down the stairs for you, sir. Sir, I got the lowest number I possibly could. Is that good? Was it a 1?
1.
Yeah. So you're like, okay, yeah, I totally got this. You end up accidentally cupping the back of his hand and shoving the entire pitcher into your face. So it's it basically breaks into your face, and luckily it's made out of ceramic, so it breaks easily. Yeah, you take 2 points of damage, and you're just
Fair enough.
soaked in. You guys can see a watery and somewhat bloody outline from the cuts on his face.
Huh, serves you right. Now stop trying to hold my hand.
How you doing? I'll take those 2 points.
There is an infestation in my house. I will not abide by it. Find them, kill them, exfiltrate them. I don't care. I want them gone. If they come back, there will be consequences. Understood? Hey, by the way, I didn't authorize any attacks on the nobles, so this is probably that jerk faces thing. If you could probably
These aren't fiends, are they?
no.
You're gonna
You
use
could-
that.
You could probably, get some good information if you take a few alive. If you're like that.
I stand up. I'm like, we can take care of the ones inside your home, but we cannot promise that more will continue to enter.
we can't get rid of all of the Fae. You realize there's a whole other
Yes, I'm
dimension.
aware. I'm aware. Take care of the ones here now, and I can take steps to avoid any others getting in.
By the way, by this time, you notice he's got like 18 pillows on his bed, right? Just ranging from like the size of a fist to the size, like half the bed. One of them, a very, very small one, is just floating.
Oh, that's my guy. That's my guy. Don't mess with that one.
Oh, I was about
Ever
to-
so
I was
gently.
about to throw my dagger at it
You didn't
too.
hear that voice. So yeah, you see this little pillow, just ever so gently, gonna be like placed on top of his head.
I have to do it because I didn't hear it,
Correct.
and that's what I was gonna do. I'm sorry.
You're gonna throw a dagger
Yes,
at Sir Nathaniel.
damn near close.
Okay, I'm
You're saying you're gonna do it.
I'm gonna perception check that what he's doing
Okay.
based on everything.
You can see his outline, so you see him move very quickly.
Sorry.
He's going to attack.
I'm perception checking him attacking it.
Yeah, roll it.
19.
Alright, so you can tell he's going to attack.
Okay.
As he's about halfway through doing it.
Okay. I'm magic missiling the knife.
What? Okay. Well, I have to roll.
Opposed dex saves. For who gets the attack off first.
Okay, this is interesting. All right.
I don't have to. Can I get
A dex save.
since I'm a warcaster
Okay.
and I don't need like free cast I don't.
No, just roll it.
Okay.
This
Dex
is
save.
instinct versus instinct. You saw him attack in real time.
Dex save.
Correct.
16.
13.
So you barely let go of the dagger as it flies, and a
Should
white
I
bolt
still
goes.
roll for see if I hit?
No, because the bolt basically knocks it over your head. It hits and impacts and it flies somewhere behind you. Your invisibility does end because you did attack.
Cool.
So yeah, the magic missile hits first, and Sir Nathaniel is like, "What are you doing? Why are you attacking me?" And then the
Floating pillow.
ah! He's just batting it.
I feel like that's even better than it being just on top of his head.
Yeah.
So that worked out just
He's like
fine.
freaked out. He does not like this at all. Kill it! Kill it! Kill it!
Okay, can
Why
I roll?
aren't you killing it?
Can I roll perception to see if I can actually see the fairy, or if it's like invisible?
It is
or-
very invisible.
Okay. Larry's a roll.
Okay, I'm gonna talk to my Fae and be like,
Are you gonna let the other guys know via communicating?
well, they're gonna be able to hear me, and I'm gonna talk to him, and I'm gonna say, okay, at this time, any of your guys need to leave because we're gonna start working on killing everything.
What are you talking about? What are
Okay,
you
fine.
saying?
Only temporary though. This one's got very strict orders not to be harmful, just harmful to his blood pressure. After you come back, significant time, so he doesn't get upset, then we'll give him estimate, alright?
Good.
Alright,
Yeah, I can accept that.
and you see a K get inscribed into a pillow, Zorro style. And then you hear,
Kenneth, hooray!
Kenneth?
I keep trying. There's a second. Kenneth in there.
Oh, really?
We didn't kill that one.
Well, you almost did this one. Alright. Fine. Alright, get out of my bedroom. He's suddenly like wrapping himself around like he's, indecent. Like, get out!
I would suggest having guards on you at all times.
Your advice is noted. Scoot.
I'm out. I'm like, fuck off. Got shit to kill.
Do you have a room that we can strategize in?
My
Before-
study is available.
Perfect, thank you.